to the Wednesday, March 15th episode of the PM Show. Hope you guys are doing good tonight. Let me go on and throw up the PSA to start. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I went in there this afternoon to schedule tonight's stream, and for some reason, it's scheduled for tomorrow night. I had to make a quick change when I found it, but hey, we got it taken care of. We're doing all right. Now, hopefully, everybody will get the notification that we're going to be on here tonight. Hey, Tony, good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well this evening. Good, goose evening, good too. Yeah, both a goose evening and a good one. Yeah. Can't complain. Looking forward to this weekend. Looking forward to Friday night's guest. You know, getting a good night's sleep, getting up early Saturday morning, heading out to the Living History Trade Show. That's going to be good. It seems like every year it gets better. Every year there's more vendors. Every year things are cheaper. I'll tell you what, being the gun lover you are, it's almost a shame you can't make the trip up here. There's a lot of guys selling bang bangs, and I'll tell you what, some of the prices in there you can't beat with a rock. Hey, Wook, good to see you. The Living History Trade Show, bud, is this weekend in Kalamazoo. It's at the Expo Center at the fairground. Runs like 9 a.m. both days, all day long. I mean, there's hundreds of vendors there. Hundreds of vendors. Hey, Derek, good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Hey, Squatch. Yeah, if you guys caught the post that was put up here just a short time ago, Derek is going to be our guest not this Friday night, but next Friday night. We're going to sit down. We're going to do some chatting about all kinds of stuff. Wish I knew ahead of time I'm flat broke. We've been announcing it on here, bud, for 2 weeks. 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Every morning, Sonny usually puts it up multiple times. Yeah, it's supposed to be, the last I checked, it was supposed to be halfway decent this weekend. But then again, they changed the forecast around here like most people change their socks. So, oh yeah. 45 Friday, 27 Saturday, 34 Sunday. Go figure. It's going to be a chilly one, just like it was the first year I went. Back in, 2019. There was snow piled up in the parking lot where they had just plowed that morning. Last year we went, of course we had 2 years off because of the pandemic. And then last year we went and we wound up wearing just long sleeve shirts with light coats, and we wound up taking our coats off before we ever got to the fairgrounds. Left them in the car. Well, what's supposed to be here too, so the cabin trip will be delayed. Yep, go figure. Mother Nature strikes again. She's making a nasty habit out of making this spring as awkward as she can. But yeah, this week is kind of special because of the show. This marks Friday. Actually marks 4 years that I've been on YouTube. The Kalamazoo Living History Trade Show was the very first video I put up, and so I'm actually really excited. I called the lady in charge today about press passes. She wanted me to send her a link to the channel because she gets all kinds of fake individuals that want free passes that say they're in media and stuff like that and really aren't. So even if she don't grant me passes, I've still got a press pass and I'm going to take it with me. Of course, guys, let me see here. Nope, no gals in here yet. Um, don't forget the giveaway competition is there's a gal right there. Hey, Christine, good to see you, dear. Hope you're doing well. Don't forget, y'all, the giveaway competition is in full swing. It started a week ago tonight. It goes through the last day of April. Enter as many times as you like. You can enter on that PayPal link that we always use, the www.paypal.me/MrHistory2020. Each entry is $1. And as I get the entries, I'm marking them down. On that Sunday, the last day of April, I'm going to go through and make tabs for every entry in everyone's name. I don't care if there's 1,000 little tabs. And then they all go in this fishbowl. On Monday, May 1st, my daughter's going to come in, get right here. I'm going to hold the bowl up. She's going to reach up and swirly, swirly, swirly about 8 or 10 times. And then she's going to pick one tab out, and that tab is the winner of the art pieces behind us, behind me. I don't know at what time I became plural, but oh well. Christine. Okay, we're all caught up. We're doing good. But yeah, entries can be sent right here. There's Buck. Hey, Buck. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well tonight. But yeah, Tony, it's really a shame, man, that you live so far away. Um, the show this weekend, man. I mean, and they don't only do black powder. They're cowboy reenactors there as well, and they've got all kinds of 6-shooters. When I was there last year, somebody had uh, a chrome Mexican 7-shooter like my dad used to have that I learned to shoot off of. And God, I wanted that gun. Had ebony handles on it, or ebony grips, black ebony, and this thing was just as shiny as could be. Beautiful gun, a little 22, but still, it's a good shooting pistol. It drew good, and it would devastate some beer cans at 30 or 40 feet. Just popping in to say congrats on 4 years. Thanks, Deb. I appreciate that. I really do. It's been interesting, that's for sure. Living History Comes Alive actually started on the 17th of March in 2019. And then, like 3 days later, while I was trying to figure out what my first video was going to be, a friend of mine asked me to go up to the Living History Trade Show with him. So I took my phone and everything with me, filmed that whole thing, got back home, started looking through it, and thought, make a great first video. It's really funny how we get started on things sometimes. And then go figure, the pandemic fired up, so I missed 2020 and 2021, went 2022, and here we are back 2023. One channel later, about 4,000 less members to the family, but we're growing. We're up to, what, 870 now? So 130 away from breaking that first K, and then it's all downhill from there. Do 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 do. What the hell was that? That was a Facebook. Had a chance before the live stream started to go over and check out Richie Wright. Then I checked out a little bit of Brooklyn Chick. And then I started getting ready. Almost dressed up fancy tonight. White hat, black mask, red scarf. And I thought, nope, I'm going to save that till the month of April. We're going to do us a little bit of the old Lone Ranger radio program. So I figured, perfect time to do it. Still working on 200 subs. Well, I can't figure out why. You have got yourself a good channel there, Mr. Buck. I'm going to shoot over there real quick, make sure that you weren't another one that YouTube bucked me off of like they did about 24 others. Yep, you sure is. Look at that. Doggone it, I did not hit anything competitor. There you are. Now you got 74 subs, bud. Let's see here. Let's check out some of these videos real quick. Rusty bullets, 9mm, 147 grain seeds, new 358 molds. Let's talk Skittles. I like Skittles. This is how I spent January 1st. Custom rifles, there you go. That's something I can get into right there. Very cool. I'm gonna get in there and play with some videos. Hey, Richie, was just talking about you a second ago. Ringmaster Ray, good evening. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Hey, Terry, good to see you. Hope you're doing well tonight, dear. Yeah, I don't know what it is with the platform here lately. They've been bucking a lot of subscribed channels and stuff. I mean, I can understand if a channel goes inactive, they don't put a video up for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, something like that. I can understand them going in and bucking it if the person isn't still logging on and using the channel and doing other things with it. If they just completely quit logging on, then I can see them popping it. But this auto unsubscribing thing and this purge is getting a little. We were up to 875 the other night, and I was looking real forward to hitting that 880. Well, then the next morning I got up and I was sitting back at 870, 868, and now we've managed to squirrel up two more of them, so we're back up to 870. So who the hell knows? Hey, Justin, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to seeing you here in a couple days. Well, few days. I'll be in there real early Saturday morning. Dressed up and looking pretty. Yeah, Tony, the way that works is when you when you subscribe to somebody, you should sit down and you should watch a video. Now, it don't matter the length of the video. It could be a short. It could be a what I call it a long standard. Um, but you need to comment on that video. If you don't comment, then yeah, you have to sit down and watch a certain length, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, something like that. Or a lot of them don't take hold. So yeah. KG, good to see you, dear. Hope you're doing good this evening. Da, 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 da. You still up in Indiana, KG, or you back down in Kentucky? Oh, you back home now? I kind of, I probably should have just looked and seen how Wook was talking, and probably could have realized it for myself because he don't seem near as happy and as he's been for the last week. So yeah, I probably could have figured that out on my own. I don't know why I had asked. Hey, Stephen, good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well this evening. Yeah, yeah, Richie. They have changed a lot. They made some good changes. They made some bad changes. They've even made some mistakes and realized they made the mistake and went back and tried to alter and change those mistakes. So, I mean, give them credit. Still a little bit of that infringing on, or, that right to free speech and stuff, but, you know, technically, you're getting paid by them. So, yeah, there's not much free speech on the job. They have this really nasty habit of controlling what their employees say and do. So, top half of my state got buried in snow. We didn't get nothing. So weird. Yep. Yep. That and it's that way here a lot of times too. We'll have, like, here a couple weeks ago, Danny got that ice storm and everything just 45 minutes north of me, and we got nothing but rain. So, matter of 3 or 4 degrees in a 40 45 mile trip, and yeah, it's weird how that works. Going back probably next month or in May. Hey, John, good to see you. Hope you're doing good today, bud. Headed to do some metal detecting, find me some rings. There you go. Hopefully this year we'll get to start. I've got that metal detector still sitting in the box over here the wife bought me 2 years ago, and we haven't even broke it out yet. Haven't even broke it out yet, charged the batteries or anything else on it. I've still got the book down here. Somewhere around here, I've got the book that's got the maps in it of all the original homestead sites in this county. So, as long as the roads match up, I shouldn't have any problem finding some of the old original homesteads from the 1700s to the mid eight or yeah, 1700s to the mid 1800s. So, YouTube some bugs in the system that they need to take care of. It's a very small state. You can drive one end to the other in about 2 hours. That is pretty small. We're probably 2.5 hours wide by 5.5 hours. Well, if you count the upper part, the way up in the UP by Lake Superior, we're closer to probably 9 hours um, from Indiana up to Superior. But a lot of room, a lot of space here. I'm good, hoping. Doing good, my friend. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Doing just fine. Looking forward to this weekend. You know, going back to the Kalamazoo Living History Trade Show, celebrating our 4th anniversary. It's like I was saying earlier, that was the very first video I ever done for the original channel. So I'm looking forward to getting back up there again. Window shopping, seeing what deals they have this year that I can't afford. It always seems to be that way. 3 or 4 years ago, they were practically giving guns away. Some of them were so cheap. Last year, it was accoutrements and furs they were, giving away dirt cheap. There were still some cheap guns. Don't get me wrong, $100, $200 for long guns. So they had, percussion rifles like crazy laying around for 200, $250. Damascus hunting knives, beautiful Damascus work, $100, $150. Antler handles. Not to mention pewter and silver and whatever. If it has to do with living history in some way, shape, or form, they got it there. Tier 1 LARPer, good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Make video for your giveaway and post it on the live stream. All right, bud. I'll do it. I will do that. I got nothing going on tomorrow besides working on the first video for April? The second video for April? When I get ahead like that, I lose track, but I'm old. I have a right. Texas is stupid huge. Ray, tell me about it, man. I used to live there. I started off in Houston, and before it was all said and done, I had been there for 3.5 years. I had traveled a third of the state. Been clear from Houston over to the west side, clear up into the Panhandle, over to Wichita Falls, up past Dallas and Fort Worth, and back down to Houston before I came back up north. Those Damascus blades aren't worth anything. I was imported and sold too much. Actually, these were handmade. You see very, very little bought resold stuff. This is stuff people make up here, and they're very intricate rolling their steel. Hey Sarah, hope you're doing well tonight. You don't need a parachute to go skydiving. You need a parachute to go skydiving twice. Words to live by, quite honestly. How you doing tonight, Fish? Oh. Oh yeah, LARPer. Not here. The Kalamazoo Living History Show is gun makers from all over the northern part of the country, the Midwest, out east, up in Canada. I mean, some people travel 2 days to come to that 2 day show because they know, handmade long guns. Now, I mean, granted, there's some, store-bought guns, but a lot of what you see there, man, is handmade pewter work, handmade trade silver, handmade knives, handmade guns, handmade clothing. I thought you said something about it last time. I have plans to spend time at the cabin getting it ready, but I'm not ready to move. No, you're gonna what, Tony? You're gonna wait till the wife retires before you guys move down there, right? Something like that? Or were you gonna go down there a little bit before her? Something like that. You were gonna wait till she was closer to retirement? Man, we are way behind here. Why does this thing keep lagging? That damn video's further behind than a geriatric in an aerobics class. Well, I'm ready to exit Illinois, but life prevents. How long lost faith in gun shows when I saw SKS sell for $700. They wouldn't make that my state of residence. Yeah, the this show up here. One of the things I like about it is they have these gunsmiths. They have a couple gunsmiths that come up that actually will sit there and work on the pieces for guns, and assemble the guns right there while the crowd's watching. And a lot of them will have these guns assembled by Sunday afternoon, and it's one of the very last things they put up for sale before the event ends. And I mean, they're doing brass work, they're doing brass and silver inlay, they're doing ribbon work, they're doing everything on these guns. People are watching. Basically, you have the money, you're watching your gun be hand built. Is this special stream? It seems early, or is it? That's okay, because I was gonna go down there earlier and grab some cigars.
Yep, good job on that. You shouldn't have went to sleep. You should have stayed awake and did all the things you're supposed to do. You're bad.
I'll have to walk down there later.
Yep, I guess so. You might want to get it done before it gets too cold.
Yeah, hypothermia never hurt anyone.
Ash said she didn't take baths in the morning.
Okay. Is this a special stream? It seems early. Nope, started at 7 o'clock. Right on time. Yeah, it's actually, believe it or not, it's actually getting light earlier. The days are starting to get longer. I noticed out my window right here this morning, we were starting to get sunlight showing up here in the driveway at 6:30 this morning. Just not a week ago, it was 7:15 before you started seeing light out there, and there was actually some faint light at 6:30 this morning. I'll never forget my grandfather's last words to me just before he died. Are you still holding the ladder? Drew, are you on live chat or on top chat? You want to be on live chat? I'm on live chat. I always switch it over to live chat now. It was getting light early last week. I feel way better now. It's sunnier longer. Yep, it sure is. Even though Mother Nature don't want to let us remember too awful often, springtime is slowly approaching. Hey Jan, good to see you, dear. Hope you're doing well tonight. Like I said, guys, I was going to dress up for tonight, my soft blue shirt, my red tie around my neck, black mask, white hat, and I thought, nope, I'm going to save that for April, one of our upcoming videos, where we're going to try to find, because I know it's out there, I've seen it, I'm going to try to find the original first radio episode of The Lone Ranger. Hey Jay, good to see you. Hope you had a good day today, sir. It's my favorite person here. Hey Jan. I saw your chickens video. Why should you be offended, Tony? I like the old radio programs too, Sarah, but I'm doing so much in here. A lot of times, I'm either getting things set up in front of a green screen, or I'm looking for a background to put behind me when I do green screen or something. And a lot of times I'll put those old radio programs on and just listen to them while I'm doing other things in here. And it got to the point where I started thinking, man, some of these are interesting. I ought to put them up on the channel, where people can be cooking dinner or cleaning the house or taking a bath or whatever, and just listen to some of those old radio programs. Something you can listen to but don't got to watch. Um, because I ain't her favorite person. A garbage truck. What has four wheels and flies? A garbage truck. I got you now. Burns and Allen and The Shadow. I also like Mystery Theater. I used to listen to Mystery Theater a lot. Drew, I found a place close to home today where I can. What the fuck is that? Oh. Something just swung at me out of nowhere. It's like, what the hell is that? What the hell? I forgot when that live stream went down last night. We couldn't do it over on Mysticals. I just hung my headphones right up here in case she got it working. And the damn cord just unraveled and swung at me. I'm glad I seen what it was before I punched my magnifying glass. Where I can get the larger bags of Black Rifle, and they have some I never saw at Walmart. Very cool. Steph was telling me earlier she actually just saw a Black Rifle coffee commercial on TV. I'm like, really? She goes, yeah, I recognized it from some of the videos you sent me of them. Back when you first started watching them, I recognized some of the guys and stuff. She goes, and then it said, um, BCRC, Black Rifle Coffee Company. Yep, tomorrow morning I got to go out and grind up beans. We're down to our last bag, but just black, and it's all beans. So I got to go out there and grind beans tomorrow morning and get ready to fire up the next pot. Just ordered coffee again today. What coffee did you say? Black Rifle coffee. Templar, good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing good tonight. I'm grinding the last bag tomorrow. All right, Jim. Appreciate it, dear. Tim Hortons went up 50% from a month ago. Wow. I didn't know there was a bean flu going on where they had to start, killing bean plants and stuff. I understand the bird flu, but a bean flu? That's something you don't hear every day. That was a gunshot. Might be one less drug dealer we got to deal with. Takes a lot of balls to golf the way I do. Really? I guess everything has some kind of flu. Yeah, yeah. Pretty much word. Hills Brothers. Dave Collier, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well this evening. Happy Wednesday to you. I used to drink Black Rifle, then I discovered Invader coffee and never turned back. Never heard of Invader. Now, Hills Brothers we sell right here in our local store, but get one can of that for what I can buy 3 cans of my generic for. That's just like 13, $14 a can here for 2 pounds, or I can get 3 pounds of generic for about $6. Got to use a little more of it. You always got to have some creamer and sugar on handy to cover up that taste, but it gives me a reason to try to keep Irish cream or sweet Italian cream or something on hand. Was that the shot heard around the world? Here is a drug dies. They go after the dealer for murder. What if it's the dealer that dies? I hear shots around here quite a bit. It has to be Hills Brothers Dark Roast Colombian. I only want Colombian coffee. And they pat each other on the back and say, "Good job." Although I will accept Kona. No big loss. Lady C, thank you very much, dear. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing good this evening. Yeah, guys, it's been a 4-year journey. This is our second channel. We got what, 500? Let me see if I can see real quick here. I don't know if it's on this page or not, but I think we're up to 550 videos on this channel. Of course, this page is unresponsive. Please wait. I couldn't read all of it. This slow thing, I swear to God. Come on, ghost of Ed McMahon, and bring me that Publishers Clearinghouse check. There we go. Um, there's our dashboard. Yep, I know that's the dashboard. That's why I clicked on it. Just sit there and do nothing. Old computers are like wives. You can suggest that they do something, but they're going to do it at their own pace. There we go. Now little gray lines are shooting across the top of the screen, which means it's slowly doing as I suggested. Slowly doing. All right, but anyway, I'm back here at the chat now. Let me bring us up to current again. Now we're live. Let me see here. I think overdoses should have $5,000 copay for the shop payable up front. No money. No Narcan. This got some Copa Luwak coffee. Only $600 a pound. I don't frickin' think so. I'll keep going 5 for 5. Bill, many more. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate that. Thank you, dog. Try to find out more about property I'm investigating tomorrow. Not much there. There's a sale pending on it, and the sellers are requesting it be cleansed. Well, how about that? It's a lot better than some of those sales we hear about on TV on some of the paranormal shows where, people go in, they buy a property, and they have nothing but bad experiences from the first night they move in after closing on it. And then they go back to the realtor, and the realtor says, yeah, I've heard stories about it, but, well, it would have been nice to disclose some of those stories. We don't hand you a mop and bucket. Let's see if this is actually showing up here now. No, it's not. It's still trying to frickin'. All right, let's see here. Current subscribers. Latest post. Views 48 hours. Okay, yep, it's not showing on there. I think we're at 550 videos on this channel. We were at 970 on the last channel. So do the math. We've got like, 600 and, or, what, 1,500 and some odd videos we've done in 4 years. A jiffy is an actual measure of time. It is calculated as 1/100th of a second. This is 10 milliseconds. I thought, now isn't a jiffy equal to a nanosecond? Fishing? Because I think a nanosecond is like 1/100th of a second. I don't know. What I'm afraid of is that it was Native American ground from the get-go. In that case, I've told my friend we might need a shaman do a cleansing ritual. Wow, that's not good. Not good at all. According to the realtor, the former owners saw shadow figures touching and things were moved. Wow. The first match was made 1826. However, the first cigarette lighter was made in 1823. Yeah, the old cigarette lighters, and it's really kind of cool, guys. Well, the old cigar lighters. A lot of your saloons would have these displays from cigar companies, and it was just like a tank that sat kind of sideways. I'll use the fish bowl. It kind of sat like at this angle here, and you could either open the lid on a hinge, you could take the wooden lid off, and reach in, grab yourself a cigar, and then up above it, it was encased in a almost like a wrought iron frame, and up above it, you had a piece that had a lever on the side, and you'd stick your cigar in it and pop that lever down. It'd cause a spark, you could, or cause a flame. You could light your cigar. Very, very cool. I seen one time in an antique store. One did something fierce too, and a nano was 1/1000th of a second. Gotcha. So did Sarah hit the shower? I don't know. It's a good question. Some places law to discuss if property is thought to be haunted. Some places it is the law that you have to discuss or bring up the possibility of a property being haunted. In other places, you don't have to disclose it. I thought Jiffy was peanut butter. No, it's been so long since I've been able to buy brand name peanut butter. I live on generic peanut butter. Stuff's got more oil in it than it does peanuts or butter. I thought the time increment Jiffy was how long it took Grandma to get to whatever she was getting to. That's a good point. Why does this thing look so freaking weird tonight? It's like, get over here. Get over here. I don't know how many times I heard my grandma and my great grandma both say, be there in a jiffy, be done in a jiffy. So, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That actually does make sense, Tony. Templar, I don't know if that is the case here. All I know is that the sellers want it cleansed for the buyers. Jiffy's very bad, mostly sugar. Peter Pan too. I actually really kind of prefer generic peanut butter. Um, I've noticed with a lot of the generic peanut butter that I get, the carb count is much lower than the protein count. So thing with murder in a home. Yeah, exactly. Same thing with an old murder case or something in a home. It has to be disclosed to new buyers. Uh, Fishing. Wow. You know, I said that to a girlfriend one time. I just got slapped. It's not going to hurt you. Just chew on some nuts. I buy Teddy peanut butter. Only peanuts and salt. Never heard of Teddy peanut butter. We don't have it around here that I've ever seen. Just bought some Peter Pan peanut butter, and I don't like it. When, well, I can't say when, back when I was pulling money in every month from the channel, a lot of times when we went to the store, I would buy like the large economy cans, the peanut butter. You know, I was getting for $15, I was getting the equivalency of 8 or 9 jars of peanut butter by buying the large containers of it. Peanut butter would last me, you know, 5 or 6 months. Nacho cheese or something like that, instead of going out and buying those little $5 jars, I could buy a $9 can and it would last for 3 months. Nachos, stuff to dip my tacos in, put on tacos, put on burritos. If I got in a mood for something of an evening time, just put a little bit in a bowl, stick it in the microwave, warm it up, dip some chips in it or something, and you know. But I mean, you're going out and you're paying $4.99 for a little teeny tiny jar, or you're buying a can for $9.87, getting 10 times more than you do in a jar. Might be able to find it at dollar store. Yeah, I've never heard of Teddy peanut butter. It's the one with the roughin' 1960s English dude on the jar. Never seen it. But yeah, guys, I didn't know what the hell we were going to talk about tonight. I knew that I was really excited about this weekend, really excited about 4 years on the platform, making videos and stuff. And it's like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make a thumbnail with different scenes from the Living History Trade Show, and we're just going to celebrate the 4-year anniversary tonight. Because like I said, we're going to be doing our normal morning Friday stream, and then Friday night we got Jesse from Jesse's Histories and Mysteries, and then next Friday night we have got Derek from Dark Shadows, Paranormal, and History. So a lot of you guys know him as Barnabas. To me, he's just Derek. I'm looking forward to sitting down talking to him as much as I'm looking forward to sitting down talking to Jesse on Friday evening. I think it's made by Skippy. Wow. Man, people are busy tonight. Derek has an interesting channel. Yes, he does. And he's into all kinds of stuff, which is really, really cool. He's not just into the paranormal. He's into the cryptids. He's into the ufology. He's into the myths and mysteries, the urban legends, all kinds of stuff. So he's definitely going to be fun to sit down and talk to. Hopefully they'll approve us for the um, press passes for this weekend. I mean, you guys know I'm totally transparent with you guys. Y'all know money's real tight, and what few dollars I do have, I don't want to pay for my entry fee to get in there, then not have any money to eat on, or get anything to drink, or anything else the rest of the time we're there. So, and we're going to be there all day because they're going to be recruiting for the fall festival in between my filming takes for our Civil War encampment. There's a lot of Civil War reenactors there. A lot of different units show up and represent. So hopefully that lady in charge will approve us for the press pass, and I'll save myself a lot of bit of money. Well, if they stick, I'm up to 371 on my way to 400. Good job. Well, I can't tell if Derek's going live right now or what, but he just posted a video. I don't know if it's a video or a live stream unboxing his stuff from Amazon. So, hoping if tomorrow's investigation is good, I'll have an epic video to put out over the weekend. Very cool. Very cool. I'm waiting for the nice weather to start, and so we can start going out and doing our investigations again. Goodness gracious sakes. People are uploading like crazy tonight. I want to thank all of those who follow me and tell those of you that follow me extra closely, back off, dude. I know how to use a gun. Oh, yeah, and if anybody has any extra computer parts laying around, stuck in a box, put back in a closet, Uncle Drew needs to find one of those fans to put those fan decks to put under my laptop. Everybody was talking to me, or was joking with me last night because I'm sitting here in a long sleeve cotton shirt and a fur lined hoodie and everything, eh, and I'm freezing to death. And it's because I have to keep my window open and keep the vent covered to keep the computer from burning up, the same as I did the big computer. Right now, this laptop runs so hot, I can keep a cup of coffee warm sitting beside the exhaust vent. No lie. Scout's honor. It is straight up hot air blowing out the side of this thing. So if anybody knows where to find one of those, little dual fan laptop cooler things, let me know. Enjoy the chickens. Last person you interviewed was very good. This was a last minute thing. Maybe a little like dead files when it's uploaded. Tina goes in and checks out what she feels. Then I go in and investigate. Hey, Ian. Good to see you, bud. Jan, when is the investigation? Thank you. Terry, next week I get chicks, so I'll have chick video. Uh, again, Ian? How in the world did you get it again, bud? Man, you have no luck with that stuff. And I'm the one with 3 strikes against me already. I'm over 50 years old. I have emphysema, and I'm diabetic. I've got an immune deficiency disease. I got 3 strikes against me already. I've had COVID once, and it was like the lightest COVID I'd ever heard of. I mean, literally, it was like having the flu bug for a few. You guys remember? What, the week I was sick, I missed, what, 2 streams? Jared, good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well, man. Oh, yeah, peachy cool, brother. Peachy cool. Waiting for spring to hit so I can get out and start doing some investigations and stuff again. Been loving the Appalachian stuff you've been doing. I've been loving that. I'll check them out whenever one of them pops up or something like that, or whenever I'm up when you debut one. Wish I could make it down to King Con this weekend. It's it upset me when I heard about it, and it's like, damn, what a time to be dirt frickin' poor and damn near out prostituting myself to make money. Yeah, I haven't been to one of Jared's lives in forever. But especially since the wife's schedule changed, and she's getting home at 3, 4, 5 in the morning now, instead of being home by 6 or 6:30 at night. So just in case she dozes off, I have to make sure I'm up to make sure Ash is up to get ready for school. So I'm going to bed early, or at least laying in bed trying to go to sleep. Don't always make it before like 11, but if I'm up chatting and stuff like that, it's going to be even later than that. Please, brother, be having more in the near future. And that's really cool. I'm glad you're doing that. I'm glad it's all working out for you down there, brother, because, just as soon as things square away here and something starts to happen regularly financially, I plan on starting to come out and seeing some people. Not only am I bringing in a little bit of money to help the wife out, but I'm not here all the time and on her nerves. So I'd much rather be visiting you or Jan or Tony or somebody else and being on your nerves. If it were the following weekend, yeah, I've like told so many people as creators, just because we aren't always in each other's live streams, stuff doesn't mean we don't care about each other. Because we exactly, and that's I've been really pushing the stop the hate and thing a lot lately because people seem to think, oh, well, this person used to come in all the time, but apparently they got something against me now because they're not coming in and visiting my streams and stuff. No, sometimes life just gets in the way. I used to go day for day for day making my videos, but since the wife's schedule flopped around and I have my evenings free now, and then in the morning time, if she does make it up to see the daughter on the bus, then she's passing out at 10 after 7, 20 after 7 in the morning and sleeping till noon. So I've got from 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning till noon, and then I've got from 7 o'clock at night until 9:30. Just sit and work on videos. The month of March is done. I started working on April's videos. So, well, everything except the video for this coming weekend, which I'll shoot it on Saturday and have it up on Tuesday. But still, I'm 2 weeks ahead in my videos now. So, I mean, sometimes life just gets in the way. I'm also seeing life does happen. Exactly. Amen to that. We're creators. We create for our views, so we can't always be in the streams, but I'm always there for exactly. And I need to get you and Laura back on again on some Friday night. It's been a year. It's been over a year, I think, since I had you and Laura on. And I don't know about you guys, but that was a ball having y'all on that evening. So I got to get you guys back on sometime here real soon and just BS around for a little bit. I have an epic video to upload. Awesome. Can't wait to see it. Yeah, it sounds like a really interesting investigation. I wish I could be there for it. Just being on, hanging out. It's always a blast hanging out with you. I know, and it's always good having you two on. Always fun. Like I said, I wish I could make it down for your first King Con and chill out. And somebody please remind me that I've got to take what little bit of extra I've got and walk down and buy some more cigars when the live stream's over with. Since my dumb, forgetful old butt forgot to grab some before the wife went to work. I think I got enough spare money. I can get enough to get me through tomorrow. On your live stream would be awesome. I had them on here, Jan, a little over a year ago, I think. And it was a ball. It was a ball. They are so frickin' hilarious together. But I mean, you see what they're like on their own videos, on their own live streams. And just imagine what it's like when you're not on your stream and you're not trying to be good. Watch your P's and Q's to not get demonetized. You bring all your horse poop over to somebody else's stream and just cut loose and have a ball, and that's what we do. Me too, Drew. But when you come, we'll have plenty of places to investigate. If you do forget, I will laugh at your misery. It's because you're a dick. Thinking August, last to be on. I remember I was there. Um, yeah, it was fun having you and Jay. on the live stream when you guys were up here visiting. You, me, and Laura. With some epic energy hanging out. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Definitely epic energy. That is an understatement, sir. I just can't wait to see the video or videos of King Kong. And, you know, you get the videos out, man. I will be more than happy to promote it and get people's excitement built up for next year. That's what we do, man. If we don't have each other's backs, we ain't got shit in this world. If we don't have each other's backs, we don't have shit. I mean, it's all about supporting each other, supporting our family, supporting the people we care about. Um, you know, they say blood is thicker than water. I'm seriously here to tell you that a lot of times, especially in the case of our group here, not just paranormal investigators or seekers of mystery or whatever, but as a community in the whole, water can be thicker than blood. I took the words out of my mouth, Drew. Only tease the ones I love. Exactly. Don't understand. I watch a dude that calls games. He gets so drunk. I mean, falling down drunk, but his channel's still there. Yeah, exactly. Definitely. Come up, Jared. I'll promote it. Okay, brother, got a split. Love you all. Thanks. I'll keep you posted for sure. I'm also sharing this out, promoting Friday stream with Jesse. Cool, Jared. Appreciate it, bud. Appreciate it. And, you know, like I said, you get the stuff up for King Kong. Don't copyright me, please. But I'll still clips of it, throw it in some videos, short clips. I'll try to make it short clips, but I don't want to steal your fire. But I'll definitely promote it. I'll promote it. Here's the walk for. What's the weather like? It's about 31 degrees. It's about 5 blocks, 10 block round trip, 8 block round trip, 8 block round trip. So I mean, it's cold, but you don't. Jan has seen me without cigars. We've talked a lot on Messenger when I've not had cigars, and it's not fun. You know, I don't get to drink as much as I'd like to. So my smoking is my only release. You don't want to see me like that. Let me see here. Unfortunately, some people get away with that. Apparently, no one has reported him. Then leave it. We love you, too, sister. I love the J. The Ides of March. Everyone. Hey, Adam. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well tonight, bud. Yeah, that interview with Jesse is going to be epic. Um, Friday evening. Um, she's good. I've watched a lot of her videos and stuff, and you know, just getting questions and stuff built up um, for Friday night. And she's into a lot. I mean, not only is she into the paranormal, but she's also into history and mysteries like we are. So her and I got a lot in common. Except the fact, she's down there in the warm states right now that's getting rain and storms. And we're still trying to pour salt on the ground just so we can make it 5 feet without falling on our arses. Not a pretty picture. He's out of cigars. I think I'm going to avoid drinking. I realize that I don't much like me when I'm drunk. I don't ever really get drunk. Um, I think twice in my life, maybe 3 times, maybe 3 times. I've got drunk to the point where, God, how can I say this without sounding bad? I, I'm like a teeter totter when I'm drinking. I've told you guys about my first and only fight in a bar. I was fresh out of the army, not been home a week, still couldn't get comfortable in anything but a pair of leather combat boots, wearing a pair of jeans, a nice cowboy shirt, a vest, and my combat boots, sitting in a bar in my hometown down in central Indiana. Well, the town I grew up near. I grew up in the country, but I mean, the closest town. And I seen a guy act like he was going to slap his girlfriend. And it took me about a nanosecond to come up out of my chair and kick the loving piss out of that dude. And it was just the motivation she needed to press charges against him for the abuse he'd been giving her for the last 3 years they've been together. Only time I ever got angry in a bar. Normally, I'll drink until I just sit back and start watching everybody and giggling at their stupidity. Because once I get to that point where things start to get fuzzy, it's like my brain kicks in and tells me, okay, it's time to stop drinking now. Been super tipsy. Yeah, here just a couple weeks ago, girlfriend, and it was fun. You were you were such a cute little tipsy. Hey, Masha, good to see you, love. Hope you're doing well. Not a bad day tomorrow for me. Going to 57, 30 more degrees, and I'll be in heaven. There you go. I think we're supposed to get up in the I think we're supposed to get up in the 40s tomorrow, and then the mid to upper 40s on Friday, and then Saturday we bottom back out again. So I'm glad the Living History Show is inside the Expo Center. I can't stand being around drunks, no matter how drunk I am. And see, that's why I just sit back and watch and laugh at their stupidity, man. Yeah, happy belated birthday. So sorry I wasn't on your live to help celebrate. I've been busy when you're on. Can't wait till we hit 90. That'd be cool, dude. I'm waiting for summer to get here. I'm waiting to be able to go out and start doing investigations again. I'm waiting to start going out and be able to film outside again. Oh, yeah. Not to mention after Labor Day, or after Memorial Day, our museum opens up here in town. So I'll be able to get with the museum director and arrange a late night, possibly overnight paranormal investigation of our museum. So there's a lot of old stuff in there. A lot of old stuff. And you could just walk in that building and you could feel the attachments. I've had enough snow for the year. And he's in Arizona, guys. If he's had enough snow for the year, can you imagine how I feel up here in Michigan? It's super cold outside. I drink whiskey. Gin and 7-Up for me, or twisted teas. That's what my wife drinks, is twisted tea. Um, I'll get on a kick where I want to drink some whiskey. Most of the time, I just want to drink Irish cream. I want it in my coffee. I want it of an evening when I'm sitting around not doing anything. I drink Irish, and I don't even care what kind of Irish cream it is. Any kind of Irish cream. There's one out, I think it's called Melora or Belora or something like that. It's like $9 a bottle, $10 a bottle, $11 a bottle, something like that. It's some good stuff. It's time to feed the dogs, put the truck in, stuff. Good night, all. Good night, Tony. Take care of yourself, bud. We'll catch you on Friday. 7 and 7 all the way. Now, see, I used to drink 7 and 7. And then my ex, the nurse, she was a Jim Beam and Mountain Dew drinker. When is Mother Nature going to take her Midol and drink some whiskey? Great question. I ask myself that every day. Ray and tonic used to be what I drank. I could never drink any brown liquor. Don't drink much. Only had two beers all last year. Wow. Now see, that's how I used to drink. When I was a younger man, Templar, I would invite some friends over, and I might go out and buy a case of beer and stick it in the fridge. And well, honest to God, literally 3 months later, you could come over to my house and that same case of beer would be sitting there. There might be 8 or 10 cans missing out of it. But, it's at that point where every once in a great blue moon, I'd come home from work and I'd want a beer or two. But it was only like a once or twice a week kind of thing. Jim and Dew sounds nasty. It wasn't the best thing in the world, but that's what she liked to drink. We had snow the last 2 days, 51 today. She's a crazy beach. Yep. Oh goodness, if I had a case, it wouldn't last a week. Beer drunks are the worst. Oh, I know. I know. Those are the ones that I like to sit back and watch in the bar. Either that or those yahoos sitting back drinking pitchers of Long Island's. You mix a whole bunch of stuff together in a pitcher, shake it up really good, and then watch people sit there and drink it. Sometime before the evening is up, stupid is going to break out, and funny is going to break out, and tripping over chair legs is going to break out, and falling over people is going to break out, and the laughter is going to break out. So, gonna have to make a list of what to bring you in August. Had a case of beer sitting in my garage for 3 years. Wow. Never been quite that bad, but even one or two, well, even three or four a week, do the math. There's only 24 in a case. You buy a cube, it's 36. So, hard liquor drinkers can be bad too. The hard liquor drinkers are the ones that always bothered me because, yeah, exactly right there. You just said it, liquid courage. The more they drink, the less they feel. I mean, they're easier to knock over, but to actually keep them down takes a lot more. And it's, yeah, especially the ones that'll sit for 3, 4, 5 hours and just keep drinking. Hell, this one here's about half empty. Better go get me another one. But I've been sober for a while. Saturday we'll make 2 weeks, no drinks at all. Cool, cool. Armpit special. Thinking about beer drunks reminds me of my cousin committing suicide. Never good. Never good. Got 4 or 5 beers and I'm done. I'm a lightweight. I gotta run. Need a hot shower before dinner. Peace, love, and chicken grease. You too, Adam. You take care of yourself, bud. Go get that shower, relax. I know you work hard during the day, so go tend to yourself, and we'll catch you later, bud. Shots of Jägermeister. A friend of mine got very sick doing those shots. He begged me to hit him on the head with a rock. He said you'd do it for a dog. You got yourself in this condition, dude. Now you're going to pay the price. Maybe you'll remember the next time you pick up a shot of Jägermeister uh, and you won't drink it. Maybe you'll just pass it to the feller next to you. Jägermeister reminds me of black licorice. That's pretty much what Jägermeister is liquid licorice. I know a lot of people that drink Jaeger bombs. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Take care, Drew, and everyone. Gonna finish eating late dinner. All right, Masha. You have yourself a good evening, dear. Enjoy your meal, and we'll catch you later. When I was in college, we would play Risk and drink Mad Dog 2020 all weekend. Ain't nothing wrong with Mad Dog 2020. That was one of my very first drinks was Mad Dog. Mad Dog Grape. I told him one was enough. He didn't listen. Jaeger's awful. Our son-in-law used to drink that. Told him he needs to learn how to drink real liquor. Yep. Anytime, Masha. Anytime. You know what I always say. Once you've been in here once, you're part of the family. Come back anytime you want. Oh gosh, guys, I have a Mad Dog story. Something tells me by that little green face right there, it's not a good story. It's probably funny, but that don't mean it's good. Well, good for you anyway. But let's hear it. Nightmare, what is up, my friend? Good to see you. I'm going to go on and put this out here, guys, just for the giggles of it. If anybody would like to contribute to my anniversary celebration this year, I won't scoff, bitch, moan, complain, whine, whimper, anything else about it. I will be going to the Living History Trade Show Saturday. That is our 4-year anniversary for this channel and for our videos. If anybody wants to contribute to my anniversary celebration, I'm not going to complain. Hope things are going well for you, Nightmare. Not seeing you in a while, bud. When I was 17, I worked at a grocery store. There was this old man that always bought Mad Dog. So me and my friend had some people buy it for us. I thought it would be good because this old man, okay, bought it. Every day. Y'all, it made me so sick. It was so gross, so bad, I never touched it since. You know, Mad Dog was pretty much nothing but straight fruit juice and Everclear. Now, for those of you that didn't know, Everclear could be compared to the stuff that we put on old furniture to strip it, to redo it. It is basically, in essence, a type of paint thinner or paint remover or varnish remover or anything like that. This is probably why, before I ever turned 19 years old, before I ever got into the service and went to basic training, there were certain weekends when my liver was already crying for help. Because that's all I used to drink is Mad Dog Grape. It had natural fruit juice in it. It couldn't be bad for you, even with those other chemicals that were in there. You know you've exceeded the normal outtake of Mad Dog Grape when your pee is the same color as Barney's back. The same color of purple that come out of that jar came out of your wee-wee. That's how you know you have exceeded the proper amount of Mad Dog 2020 grape that you should consume in a week's time. Removed a lot of stuff out of my stomach. Yummy! And you know, it's really funny too because once in a while when the wife will have me run in for her to grab some twisted teas or something down here at the gas station, I'll look up and to the left and right there is Mad Dog Grape, Mad Dog Strawberry, Mad Dog Watermelon, Mad Dog Root Beer. I'd be like, man, a jar of Mad Dog Grape would sound real good. And then I talked myself out of it. Has anyone tried Strobe's beer? I've never heard of Strobe's beer. I've heard of Stroh's, Strohes. My dad used to drink Stroh's when I was real little. My cousin bought us Strobe's beer once. Just about 10 years ago. We were both sick for a week. Never try it. It was a mistake. Or Miller Lite. I never heard. Mad Dog root beer. Yeah, Stroh's beer. Um, and then our buddy Mark, sharpshooter Mark, he got me drinking Coors Light. I got to watch my girlish figure. So it's got to be a light beer for me now if I drink beer. Back in my drinking years, it was Miller. Now, see, my ex father-in-law drank Miller Genuine Draft. You want to talk about some nasty beer? Oh, MGD. Blah, blah. I like Michelob Ultra. Michelob Ultra's not too awful bad. A bunch of friends of mine got together once and played quarters with moonshine. I hope to hell they were bad shots. If that can't find a way out of your system, it'll make a new one. Now, I got to admit, that shine that Jan brings up here to me when she comes up, that's some good stuff. I took a few tips off that when they were here, but since they left, I saved it for just a special occasion sipping thing. Kept it up in the freezer, kept it ice cold. Once in a while, I'd take it out, take the lid off the jar, take a hit or two, put the lid back on, stick it back up in the freezer. We just finished that jar. They were here in August, so that's how sippy it was. That's some good stuff. I'll tell you what, you could sit down, you could drink that shine and chug it, and not even realize what you was doing until you finished it, and it come back around and smacked you with the jar. Can't handle that. But I did try peanut butter moonshine. It wasn't bad. Now, see, I've got some peanut butter whiskey in the freezer that somebody gave me because they knew I like peanut butter. And I had actually tried Ravel peanut butter whiskey one time, and I kind of liked it. But this peanut butter whiskey up here, this stuff will slap you around, call you all kinds of sissy names and stuff like that, and then bend you over and molester you or something like that. It's some nasty stuff. I mean, it's terrible. I like Coors. This guy in college, his dad, CEO of Coors. I had buttons, a lot of Coors shirts and hats. Been to Shine Place, Smokies Jan. Apple pie moonshine is the best. Yes, it is. Absolutely. That's the shine I get. I've had apple pie. I've had salted caramel and blackberry. Oh, blackberry sounds good. I love blackberry everything. That sounds real good. My cousin bought them from the Smokies. I went to the island there last month and had different wines, but didn't go to the moonshine place. Good morning, Skipper. Or good evening. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. You can tell how off my system is right now. I'll bring you back very soon. All right, Jan, cool. I appreciate that, love. I'd love to try it. How you doing, Skipper? Good, I hope. I hope Manitoba's treating you well this time of the year. Heck, how drunk is the best. Well, next time you're up this way, Fish, we'll do a little bit of drinking together, but I'm not going to promise you blackout drunk. I get too touchy-feely when I get drunk. You might get fondulated or something. But I got no problem sitting down drinking with you. Wake up with vomit on face and hair. You know, that kind of reminds me of a night that I had here a couple 3 nights ago, 4 nights ago. The wife's allergies were killing her, and she got home from work, and long about an hour after she got home, I got woke up by I'm just waiting to hear the splat, splat, splat on the side of my head. It was just the dry heaves, but it scared the hell out of me. I mean, Ralph was laying beside me, and he even took off running. When Mommy started heaving, he took off running. He did not want to have to lick that stuff out of his hair. Thank God it was just the dry heave. She didn't even remember doing it. It woke her up out of a dead sleep. She was coughing, started heaving. I'm like, oh my God, it's going to hit me right in my ear any second. It didn't, but it scared the hell out of me. I thought for sure I was going to be taking a shower at 3:30 in the morning. Did I tell you I found my fifth great grandfather's burial spot in Toronto, York at the time, born in Fermanagh, Ireland? I think you did say something about that, Skipper. That sounds real familiar to me. I believe you did say something about that. Sarah, we usually go to the island as well. Usually go to the sports shop for me to buy Tennessee Bowl stuff. Health is coming along really well. Side effect of being sick for 3 weeks is I've actually lost some weight. Alberta, not Manitoba. I thought you lived in Manitoba. I thought you, Alberta. How's Alberta treating you this time of the year, Skipper? Stayed at Margaritaville. It was nice. Won't be long. Outside of my house will be decked out in Tennessee orange. I'm sure the folks down there by Cincinnati love that. Why don't you move down south where you belong? But yeah, I gotta get ready for bed. Nice to talk to you, y'all. You too, Sarah. You too. You have a good evening, sweetheart. We'll be back on here Friday morning, and Friday evening we got a good guest. So keep us in mind if you're bored starting off your weekend. Jesse's going to be a good guest. She's going to be real entertaining. It was expensive. We stayed in a hotel across from the Christmas place. There's a lot of Tennessee fans around here. Oh, I didn't know that. It wasn't expensive in February, but it is now. So I'll only stay off season. Hmm. A lot of Tennessee fans. Well, I mean, I know if you was down there closer to mom and dad, and dad drove by, and you had your whole front yard decked out and ball stuff, they'd probably stop. He'd probably pull up in your driveway and talk to you. That's how big of a Vols fan my dad is. So, man, we are down to 10 minutes already. Time flies. Unseasonably warm this year. Usually have snowfall to mid-April, but I'm seeing a lot of melt. That's good. That's how we kind of sort of been. We'll have a 2 or 3 day span when it gets up in the 40s or 50s, and it's real pretty, and it looks like spring is coming around the corner. I mean, I actually had robins out here in the driveway the other day playing, and then all of a sudden, 2 days of snow, and then it'd get back up in the high 30s, low 40s, and that snow would melt, and then we had 3 days of snow during football season. All I wear is Tennessee orange shirts. Now, my dad's all about Tennessee football. He's got a Titans plate on the front of his Z71. There's only one around like it. So, I mean, here's this big, jacked up Z71 coming at you down the road with a great big, shiny, sparkly, blinged out Titans license plate. He's got a Titans and a Vols flag flying in the front yard. I don't do pro, only do college. I guess I'm just a little bit too much like the old man. I just do Tennessee. Now, back when I was little, my dad was a Chicago Bears fan. So, of course, just for a little friendly father-son competition, I had to adopt Green Bay as my favorite team. Only so him and I could sit and bicker back and forth and argue about who was going to take the game. And it's much like I always told him. Well, there's snow on that field, and the Bears don't know how to play on a field that don't have a roof on it. So Green Bay is going to take this game. Should go visit them. I'd love to go visit them, man. The way it's looking right now, I probably won't see them unless they get bored and decide to take a trip. I probably won't see them until December. Because Steph can't get off for Thanksgiving, and they always come up and spend like 2 or 3 weeks at my sister's place. Um, and then they do Thanksgiving with her and the granddaughter and the great grandbaby, um, Jackson. And then usually the next weekend or the weekend after that, we're able to make it down there and do Thanksgiving dinner with just me and my sister, my wife, her boyfriend, mom and dad, and maybe my son and his wife, and whoever else pops up. Last time I was really interested in a team, 73 Dolphins, who went undefeated that year. Now I don't have a special team I cheer for. Believe it or not, I really don't have a special team that I cheer for. I'll watch the game sometimes to give me and the old man something to chat about when we talk on the phone. But I don't watch much sports anymore. Hell, I've not watched a NASCAR race in 6 years. Grandma didn't like sports. Grandpa used to watch sports all the time he was alive. While after Grandpa passed away, when Grandma was still around and kicking, she didn't like sports in the house at all. So we didn't watch it. But now, I might just have to take up NASCAR again, just to listen to my wife complain about them constantly driving in a circle and always turning to the left. People here going gaga over the Bengals this year. I get so tired of hearing about the Bengals. It's just NASCAR and the rest of you all retired. Haven't seen a race since. Hey, Drew, back in the heyday of NASCAR, when I was trying to get into ARCA, I watched every race and went to a lot of them. I've only been to two NASCAR races in my life. One of them was up here in Brooklyn, Michigan, and one of them was the Brickyard. And those were the only two races I ever been to in my life. I got to watch. My dad took me with a bunch of his buddies from work up to Brooklyn when I was like 13 years old to watch Dale Senior drive, and because the Man in Black was always my favorite. And I went down to the Brickyard and saw. Well, I went down there for the Dale Memorial in 2001, and then the same year I went down there and watched the race. So Rusty Wallace was a good racer. I like Rusty. Of course, Dale Senior, Dale Junior. Um, oh God, who else? My God, Bill Elliott. My dad always loved Bill Elliott. Um, of course, living where I live here in Southwest Michigan, right down, only about an hour south of here, just on the other side of Goshen, Indiana, is New Paris Raceway in New Paris, Indiana. And that's where people like Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon, David Strimmy, that's the type of track that they all raced at. New Paris Raceway is actually David Strimmy's home track. When I was there, oh God, probably 10 years ago, David's dad and sister still drove at New Paris Raceway. Um, but yeah, I've not been to a race in a long time. I do miss going to the race. We went to Brooklyn, Charlotte, Martinsville, Bristol, Brickyard. So we was talking to team owners and ARCA, try to get a contract. I'll never forget. I must have been I must have been 12 or 13, maybe 14 years old. My mom and dad took off and went to down to Indianapolis, and dad, being a service manager for Ford dealership, he always got pit passes and stuff. And they were back in the pits, and dad was talking to a couple guys, and I'm not. I'll test y'all's knowledge of racers. My dad turned around, and his face was under the brim of a great big cowboy hat and a very shaggy mustache and a pair of sunglasses looking back at him. Literally, my dad was close enough to kiss this man. And my mom got a picture of it. a great big huge smile coming out from under that mustache, and my dad going, cutest thing I done ever saw. And here's this big toothy, yep, Richard Petty. You got it. He was walking right up behind my dad, and my dad turned around and literally right there they were. And old King Richard just got this big old cheesy grin on his face. And my dad looked like he was going to swallow his tongue. So then Richard put his arm around my dad. My mom got another picture of them standing side by side. So, you know the Waltrips. That'd be a cool association right there. Well, guys, it is that time. I got to go put on a pair of boots and take a walk, go grab some more cigars. So, you guys all have a good evening. We will be on here Friday morning as usual. And coffee and chat. And then Friday evening, don't forget, we got Jesse from Jesse's History and Mysteries as our guest on the Friday evening stream. I'm telling you, this girl could be my sister from another mister. Literally. Me and her are into a lot of the same stuff. You're going to enjoy her. So, that's it for tonight. You guys all have a great evening. Have a great Thursday. Of course, don't forget, tomorrow, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be over on Mystical Love and Light, over on her channel with Drew from Drew's Paranormal out of Scotland. And I believe October Rain is going to be joining us. We're going to talk about all kinds of mysteries and the unknown and all that oogie boogie stuff. So that's tomorrow night, and then Friday, and then, yeah, then it's the Living History Show. So you guys all take care. Have a great evening. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you. God love you. Yep, we'll see you tomorrow night, Jam. Y'all take care.